Because they pulled the same crap on me last time.
And what did you do?
This is what happens when you don't show up.
What meeting was this that I missed? Yes. Oh my God. Oh,
The last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was a random meeting. just sent to me.
random meeting, that's what you did. I probably had a house full of family and who knows what.
All right, we got everyone here then? All right. For calling them, want to wait till 6 o'clock?
Oh, they do, yeah,
We're gonna-
yeah, wow.
Make a motion to call the
All
order.
right, call to order. So you're not your vote announcements, we already did that.
Yeah.
Did everyone get a chance to look at their provider agency packets?
Frankly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I'm reading it right, because I didn't get mine till noon. Same ones last year, correct? Oh, except for-
No, it's kind of, sort of.
That was there.
Okay, so wait a second, if I'm secretary, I even need to know who you all are. Okay, right,
Lori Knight.
Laurie, and it's Lori,
Yes.
Anight.
Glenn Sampson,
I'm sorry, what?
Glenn,
Oh, Glenn, yes, double N on the
Yes.
end. Sampson
correct,
with a P, Sampson,
very same.
okay.
Gerald Knight with a K.
Angie? Huh? I tell us his name.
Well,
Dig it.
like Laurie's name, right?
She's kind of.
Yeah. And our illustrious chair,
Ed O'Brien,
Ed O'Brien,
finally.
yes.
Patria.
Okay, Patria.
Excellent.
Patria.
Do they really? Probably best together.
REA, okay. And Lita, yes.
Never mind.
Later, LEDA.
LEDA,
Stout.
Stout.
PENEURG.
okay, thank you. All right, now I'll have it.
All right, we're ready to start going over these?
I think we are.
All right, well, let's just go on the list and, Belfast area childcare did not submit, we know why?
Was reminder sent out to all of these people, or was just the form was sent to them, or? Is it up to them to approach us?
Yeah, so as we get into it, some of them did get a few reminders because I had gotten like partial stuff or not quite what I was supposed to. But I did not send reminders in general, because I don't really have emails and
Sure.
Well, not your responsibility.
Yeah, they want money.
Going out there right now with the idea that we've done in the past, with some of them we funded for years.
Yep,
The dollar, yeah, so okay, just make sure everyone's kind of understands that one if we decide to go that way.
I think a dollar would be appropriate, because they've been pretty steady throughout a long time.
Oh,
they're
there's
not
okay.
making recommendations now,
Yeah,
though.
we're just chatting.
No, we're not expecting. Throw it out there.
Yeah.
So this one, I guess I missed on glancing over this earlier. Cabinet area district nursing.
Whoa, let's talk about that one.
Yeah, yeah. You know. Here. Yeah, because we've been funding them at 500.
Well, at first I thought that it was a typo, and then maybe,
Uh-huh.
but then I read through the packet, and I assume we're discussing this, so. I assume that we're discussing this, so just looking at their numbers, they had 152 visits in Lincolnville last
Right.
year. They charge $30 per visit, some of them are free or reduced, if you add up a total amount at full cost, it's 4,560, so. They're asking for more than they actually spent in Lincolnville, so. That's concerning to jump that much.
I had some questions
That's
on
a
there.
large-
I think-
I had some questions on this page.
Right.
Yeah, it's
You know,
quite a few.
here, like the employee gifts went from 620 to 1,500.
Yeah.
Is that gift from employees?
No, it's an expense.
Oh,
It's
it's
to
expense.
employees. Next page, next
Oh,
page.
okay.
And then administrative wages went from 46,900 to 115,000.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
and then contract labor from 1,045 to 5,000.
Yep.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
So when we have that conversation about who we want to come in and speak to us.
Yeah, just a question, you had said, how many visits
According to this packet in Lincolnville, they had 152 visits last year.
Last year.
And they charged 30,
So, yeah,
Well,
they,
yeah,
but
but
a
that's,
total of
that's the
152
number of
visits.
clients,
Yeah.
but the number of visits were 152.
Oh, I
And they also stated they charged $30 per visit, so if you times 152 times 30, it's 4,560.
So that's revenue to them.
Uh,
They charge the patients.
yes and no,
Or
so
charge
they
some.
also state about 50% of the Lincolnville residents are at a reduced or free cost.
Yeah.
So if we,
But the cost per visit is 83
is it,
and they only charge 30.
okay, because in here they just said cost per visit 30, they didn't say anything about the,
You know, it's cost per client.
right?
and I always have questions about, you know, it's like, where's all the funding sources coming from, you know, like, yeah.
Just one thing, I thought maybe in my mind for this year. I just look at last year and try to hold the line. To what it was last year and just cut, or some might get more money and some might less, but that's gonna be my guiding principle to. Hold the line and, you know, this nursing, I think they're great, but. If they don't have all the money they need to operate, they'll have fewer patients, or they'll have to raise their rates, or they figure it out on their own.
No, I don't know, maybe you remember, we didn't think for a long time, we were kept them at $1 because they had funding.
Right, they didn't submit anything last year.
That's, but I'm thinking like past years.
Yeah, no, a lot of
beyond years.
students in 23,
$500.
they did the same thing.
But
And
no,
then the year before it was in 21, it shows that we did 100, that was.
but I'm thinking like years ago, sort of like back like 5-6 years ago, for most of the time I was on this committee. They had like someone gave a huge, like, someone left inheritance to them, and so they didn't ask for money for years. And then I think it was probably 21, it was maybe the first time they asked for like, in like 15 years. But again, this jump is.
Yeah.
massive.
And they're also, they went down in the number of patients, if you look at the last page, you know, they went from 507 to 498, they lost 9. You know, patients there, so I mean,
Yeah.
their coverage is going down.
But their expenses are going up.
I don't see the justification for such a large jump, I'll be honest.
Right.
And the
We
numbers are-
want to call somebody in.
I mean, that's what my take, especially if you've had, you know, Libby's obviously, a long way to put on. And I feel like we should, you know, hear what they have to say, and find out kind of what the, and I think maybe some of the questions we have, I think are worth asking. It's my opinion.
No,
Agreement.
Yeah, I think we need to understand a little bit more what they do.
Oh,
Because $30 to make a house call is not very much. And a lot of them are on the sliding scale, so yeah, they've got a lot of expenses.
Yeah, that's
With 4 employees.
I'm gonna be honest with that, representing almost half of what's being asked for us this year. It's gonna be a hard goal to get through for me, I'll be honest.
I'm kind of with you right there. All right, so we will ask them to come in, Habitat, no submission for 3rd year. Probably take them off.
The only reason
Yep.
The only reason I haven't is because we did give or they were on the 24 funding, so if I take that line off, then the numbers aren't gonna be what actually happened. So I kind of drop it as they're not.
New Hope,
It went down $5.
see, it does happen.
I
You never believe it.
No, but it kind of makes you wonder, like, $5.
I think that my guess is it, you know, pages like New Hope and Waller County are very, very specific with their funding.
That actually makes me feel good, believe it or not.
Any questions on the New Hope? Spectrum,
So with Spectrum, they emailed everything over to me. And in their email said that they were going to bring in the packets. Because the letter requests 10 packets, all pre-put together. They brought in 1 packet. So,
Oh, but they didn't do anything last year.
no, last year they didn't turn anything in, and then this year. It was,
maybe one that we carry another year to see if they can.
I think we carry another year. I mean, it feels
mean, it's-
kind of clerical, but we've had this conversation many times, of like, hey, this is.
It's also a great organization. I
It
hate to-
is,
I hate to just erase them from history, I mean, but
Well, I think if they did go as far as submitting one packet, they didn't follow exactly what we asked. Just like we try not to make exceptions in the past, thing. It's a tough one.
yeah, I'm all for keeping them, but obviously as a budget committee, I'm not looking to aggressively give it away. if I'm not asking.
Life flights, again.
Lifelight, they sent me their generic letter that they kind of send out to everybody, and I emailed them and said, because I had sent out the packet, then I got the generic letter. I emailed them and said, hey, I really need this information.
So they did get a reminder even afterwards.
They did, because they had sent me that generic letter, and I was like, oh, well, maybe they thought that would work, but I was like, hey, I need this application filled out and I need 10 copies of it, and I never got it.
And they've also been doing it all along, so they kind of know how it works.
It's weird
Might be
though.
Another $1 one to carry a year. Again, great organization. I know if I needed it, I would give them $1,000 myself, so.
No, we owe a lot in this town to them. Well, the county action, look at that number.
That went down.
Mhm.
I still have a hardship with them, I'll be honest, but it's what it is.
I don't. I mean, no,
But they also just bought a giant investment property. They're not doing anything. with it.
Right.
If you look at social media, there's hundreds of people calling them with no responses. It's
I think that's probably the, so things like a little bit right now.
agreed, but
Yeah, no, I hear
it went down. That's a good thing. I think.
you. Nothing from all the YMCA.
No, they haven't submitted or anything. They're another one that's just a few
Right.
years ago.
Nor the pet food pantry.
No,
Well, Cambridge did, they gave 1,000 last year, they requested another 1,000. A great story, somebody was talking about, helping an elderly, neighbor of theirs go into the one area in Lincolnville and just said. See, I was just so impressed by the volunteer met them there, so he's such a nice guy, so friendly, so helpful. Just kind of one of these anecdotes, just kind of heard of it. To hear. Really meaningful thing, it was somebody who's, somebody's helping out somebody who's elderly. Back up, so.
There was with the woodshed, wasn't there a story the last year or two that some people just came and took almost all the wood? And
Unfortunately, that's rampant everywhere, not just with them.
But that was in Lincolnville, wasn't it?
I
Oh,
don't,
wow.
yeah, it could have been, unfortunately, they can't monitor every wood stockpile that they put out for people, so they
Yeah.
kind of go on the trust sort of thing, and unfortunately, we have some unsavory people in the wood, so.
Yeah.
Not their fault,
you volunteer with them, right?
Yes.
Do you?
no, not at the woodshed, no,
No.
no, I volunteer in many other places though.
Mhm.
It's unfortunate, but those are unfortunately what we deal with, right, not their fault.
Yeah.
It's unsavory. I'll also say though, like, if someone's doing wood, I'm less worried than just doing other things, but that's just my own little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mentality,
You gotta think that if they're so cold, they're stealing wood.
or they're
That-
making a little money on the side.
Yeah.
I will say with the woodshed though, they don't ask any income guidelines or anything. All you have to do is call them up and say, I need firewood.
Right.
And they'll be like, okay, show up this day to pick up your quarter of a cord. Then as you need it, you can just call them back and,
Yeah, they do really. good
so,
work
I mean,
this
they
year.
make it really easy for people.
Yeah, which is nice.
Probably much needed this year.
Yeah.
Building mother's wood box. So hospice volunteers, Walker County, about 1,000. I think you're all pretty impressed with them come here and speak to us.
Mhm.
One of those things we all may need, or somebody may want to need.
Hopefully not today.
Yeah. I was thinking, my dad passed 9 years ago, and, Chris Hopkins came, so he's,
Right.
passing his own room with
Yeah.
family around him, like, it's
Yeah.
a real blessing there. All right, so that's all of them. That about.
So
section
Camden
and-
area nursing.
It is.
Yeah,
I think the only one that we really have questions on is the Camden nursing, Camden area nursing, so,
So just having the one come in.
yeah.
when is our next meeting?
So that meeting with the provider agencies would be February 19th. So I'll invite them to the February 19th meeting. We have the February tenth and February twelfth meetings, which is the joint meeting with the select board. It's a select board meeting that you're invited to, and that's when all the department
Department.
chairs go over their
So what,
budgets.
when are those?
February tenth and February twelfth.
Supposed to load at 6 p.m.
She had
It
the sheet
is,
there,
you have it
Yeah.
on,
yeah, underneath the
Right in front of you.
agenda.
thank you. There you go.
Yeah, it was all yes. I hate when she's so quick.
No, it was here. I did see it now. That's the problem.
And I kept pretty much the same days we were meeting last year. I don't know if they work for everybody. I mean, if there's any of these days that really don't work, we can look to move them. It was more just what I,
March 10th. I don't believe we'll be in the country, will we?
But that's a joint. They'll travel one without us.
Budget committee, select board budget presentation.
For the business tonight?
Can we vote on the applications that we have no concerns about?
I usually plan to vote, my the usual way to do is we vote probably next meeting,
Yeah,
because we just have one person will vote for that. We vote for them all at once. So, just for everyone,
yeah, and that one will be the 19th that I'll invite the Camden Area District Nursing too.
perfect.
So like the motion to adjourn?
I would certainly honor.
I will second that motion.
All right. All in favor?
Love to see.
Moved, second,
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, okay.
Second.
Very
all
important.
in favor? All right. unanimous.
And I will say.
That's
you
a
have done
record, isn't it?
fabulous as secretary tonight.
Thank you. I'm so happy to pay.